Hey guys! Thanks for joining us this year!
Woo woo!
I'm Raquel.
I'm Jake.
And this is Don't You Know? So, I hope you guys had a great 2019 year, and thank you for listening. We started probably about February, so it's been almost a year for us.
Just about.
And you guys listened to us for a year! Almost! Yay!
Yeah?
So we hope you continue to listen to us this year as well. So Happy New Year, guys! So we are going to start our first of the year podcast with some new countries. Sound good?
Sounds great.
So we have a new listener in Belgium and a new listener in Indonesia. And we still have a little bit of the week of December. So right now, Georgia is on the lead by 1 download. So in the next podcast episode, we will talk about who won for December. And maybe we'll do who won for the whole year. That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty neat.
So let's do some quick updates what's going on in our lives. Let's see, do you want to go first? I think you usually go first. So why don't you go first?
Go first on daily happenings?
Yep.
Or weekly happenings. Okay, for me, well, we've had the holiday stuff going on. Had a couple Christmas parties that I went to. And, yeah, nothing too much. Just getting ready. Still, normal holiday stuff. Nothing too fancy. I don't have much to report.
I just got back from my mom's, and we celebrated Christmas. And I got everything I asked for. Basically, I asked for my mom, at least. I got my Mercer jacket. It's pretty fly.
Cool.
And my grandma got me my Ancestry DNA. So I'm going to do that. Send that off.
Wow.
I can't wait.
That's very cool. That's the one that I did, was the Ancestry one.
Yeah, that's the one my mom did. But my grandma said that her and Shannon and all of them did Me 23 or 23andMe or something like that.
23andMe.
Yeah. And I think they both have their pros and cons.
I think the 23andMe does your health-like analysis. Ancestry doesn't seem to.
Yeah, it analyzes potential conditions that are related to the different ethnicities that you are. So I guess you can kind of do it that yourself, maybe, but I think there's some other things it does as well. Ancestry DNA is cool, except for, because you can, like, match up with other people who are, like, you can basically build a family tree with other people who have done the Ancestry DNA as well, but I think that costs extra.
No, I think it comes with it.
Oh, okay. The only thing I'm kind of afraid of is I'm going to find out I have some other half-siblings that I didn't know about.
Oh.
On my dad's side. Because I know my mom, no. But my dad, yeah. I think it's very easy for you to find out you have half-siblings on your father's side. It's a little harder for mother's side.
Yeah, that's more of a little harder to hide when you're pregnant for 9 months.
Yeah. So that should be fun. So maybe next podcast we get to talk about that. And then, let's see what else. Let's go ahead and do, I guess, TV shows and then move on to our topic. I guess that's going to be pretty quick. We don't have too many updates. And I don't really have very many movies. I saw Jumanji 2. It was pretty funny. It was really good. I really liked it. They had, I guess her name is Awkwafina or something like that. She's from Crazy Rich Asian. She's really funny. She's like that funny friend one that they had. And she's in Jumanji 2, and her character is funny in that as well.
Nice.
So,
was this the one? I think I saw a trailer. Do they all, like, switch bodies?
Jumanji 2 is the one where, like, it's kind of hard to say they switch bodies.
It's got The Rock and Kevin Hart, don't they? And Jack Black?
Yeah, but see, in Jumanji, they already, like, get sucked into the video game with avatars. So, to say they get into the wrong body, like, I mean, they're already going into a video game with the avatars, so...
So, yeah, they do get the wrong avatars and the wrong bodies. The answer is yes.
I guess, yeah. I mean...
I was wondering if I saw a trailer for it.
It's good, and I think Awkwafina has it. I think she does the different personalities just a little bit better than the others.
Yeah, that's interesting,
So, it's good.
Each would have to act like the other characters for, like, however long they have to do it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in Friends when Joey takes on the persona of his other doctor.
Yeah, and well, see, the thing is it's different. Okay, so they're actors; they already do characters. But the thing is when you're watching a show like this, especially a second season, the characters kind of almost like the actors already have brought certain personalities to these characters, and so now an actor is taking on that character, but that personality is kind of already, and mannerism is kind of already set.
Yeah.
So not only can they just take in, okay, this is the type of personality, okay, this is what they like, this is what they're gonna say, and like, okay, now I'm gonna become like this character and act it out. Like this person, they have a little bit more, like, kind of a specific acting way that they have to do for this character because it's already kind of been determined. That's how this character's personality and mannerism is. You know what I'm saying? Whereas when it's first getting a character, they kind of like have a little bit of freedom on how they're gonna act and all that stuff, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when they get their established mannerisms and stuff like that.
So, let's see. Okay, so that's the movie I've seen. What about you? So, have you finished Friends yet?
So we haven't finished Friends yet. We're a little further along. We are right around part where, I'll say there's I don't want to spoil anything. There's a marriage happening. It's a marriage later on in the seasons. So there's a marriage going on, and there's a lot happening with that, and it's pretty interesting. Things get real heavy. I'm still enjoying it. I'm along for the ride. Looking to see where they go. Somebody just got a Porsche. It's Porsche! And, somebody just got a Porsche, and yeah, it's pretty good. And speaking of cars, as far as media goes and my sort of pop culture, I've been playing Dirt Rally 2.0, which I got a few days ago. And, it's...
For Christmas?
Yeah, I guess. No, I just got it because it was on winter sale.
So for Christmas?
Yeah, sure.
Christmas
my own
sales
Christmas
count.
gift to myself. It's a rally racing game that is VR supported, so I can put the little box on my head, and I can round corners in style. And I already worked up my way to get I've got a Volkswagen Golf GTI, and there's a smaller one called a Volkswagen Polo GTI, which has a 1.6 liter engine instead of a 2.0. But other than that, it's basically the same. So I got that one.
It's all great to me.
I've been racing in a smaller brother of my car, going around the corners and stuff, and it's been good fun. Yeah, other than that, nothing too much. No movies for me.
Okay, well, shall we just go into our topic then?
I think that would be a great idea.
I think this is the quickest we've gotten to our topic since the very beginning of our podcast.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, it is what it is. Holidays are busy. We got things to do.
Yeah. So, okay, as you know, this is our New Year's one, so our topic's gonna be on New Year's. 10!
So, will we be talking about New Year's Eve parties, which, was yesterday, or New Year's Day, which is like today, or like the New Year's in general? Just the whole shenanigans.
I think it should all kind of be together. Yeah, all of it together.
Alright.
Because, New Year's is the main holiday. We get it off. Woohoo, it's the new year. But I feel like most of the events happen New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm. And that's true. The big thing is, don't you know, you gotta have somebody to give a little smooch when the ball drops. And, start that year off with a little sugar. I won't ask, but, that's an important thing.
It's funny. So I haven't dated anyone on New Year's. So I've never had this New Year's quiz. One year, me and Lindsay, we both went out for New Year's Eve. And I just so happened to be like somewhere else right when the ball dropped.
Oh.
So I still didn't get my New Year's kiss.
Oh.
Lindsay did. Because that's what we went out with our set in mind to go do. We were like, you know what? We're going to go get our New Year's kiss. Like, forget this. So what? We're not dating anymore. We'll go get our New Year's kiss. And she got hers and I did get mine.
Oh, bummer. Surely there's a fairly even ratio. You can find someone out there. I like how I was watching an episode of Friends, and it was New Year's for them, and they had a thing since there were 3 guys and 3 girls. They were like, one time they're like, oh, well, we need to sync up. Nobody's dating anybody. We got to pick each other. And so they're like, well, we should get us 2. And they're like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, well, it's got to be us 2. Why? Because if it wasn't you 2, it'd be you 2. And they're like, oh yeah, I see. So it kind of fit out. That's pretty funny. But would you if you had friends who were in that situation that were guys, would you do that, or would you be like, no, go get your own? I guess the answer is it depends, as it would with me.
Yeah, it would depend, because a lot of my guy friends apparently have had crushes on me before.
Oh.
And I don't particularly
You want to do it with history.
I don't want to do it with if I'm gonna not be kissing someone who I'm dating or whatever, just do it to have a New Year's kiss. It would not be with someone who would potentially think it's more.
It would ruin the incoming year.
So
yeah, be like, nope. Nope, not with you. Sorry, Hansy McCreeperson.
I just remember who was it? I'm not gonna say any names, but it was
Please don't.
It was,
Or please do.
let's see, it was one of my guy friends, and I could kind of tell that he had a crush. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore it. It'll be all right. But apparently, like, all of his friends were telling, like, everybody, like, oh, you should ask her out, blah, 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 blah. And then one of his friends came up to me and was like, do you like so-and-so? I was like, no. And they're like, oh, because, you know, and then the other two friends have been telling him he needs to ask you out. But I was like, please don't do that. Please don't do that. That's so awkward.
You're like telling the person, if you care for your friend, you should steer him away from this idea.
And then he proceeded to go, because, you know, I used to like you, but, you know, since it seemed like you liked this person, and everyone was saying that they should ask you out, I kind of, like, stopped, and I was just like, oh, God. And I was like, well, at least I was only used to.
Right.
That was very awkward, and I tried to avoid the whole, okay, well, since I know you don't like this person, I'm going to confess. I was like, oh, that's only used to. It'll be okay. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
And that makes sense, because don't you know, you don't want to start your new year off with drama. If you got any drama, leave it behind. Leave it in 2019. And you got a whole clean slate. And, yeah, you can go forward cleanly, and, yeah, I think that's the way to go. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think you should start off the new year on a good foot, obviously. But I think you should also go in expecting it's going to be a good year, because, you know, they have that saying where, you know, if you expect the good, you'll see the good. If you expect the bad, you'll see the bad. So, if you go in with having good vibes, I'm slaying. I got that. I understand that.
You're right. Your perception of things is a lot of how you do it. I think that's very wise, especially with it being a new decade as well. It's 2020. That's kind of a big one.
Yeah. It's going to be a good year, though, because you're going to have, let's see, 4th of July is on a Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Christmas is on a Friday.
Oh.
New Year's is on a Friday next year. And I believe Halloween is on a Saturday as well.
It's like the perfect year. People are going to be really happy.
And then you have 420 all of April.
Nice. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
The memes will be fun about that.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, because I've seen a lot of memes about it already. I won't be celebrating 420, but...
No, neither will I.
For those who will, it would be all of April.
Good for y'all.
And there was another one, too, and I can't remember what it was, so it's whatever. I think, October 13th is going to be on a Friday this year.
October the 13th. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a wild one. I wonder if it has to do with, like... I bet there's a simple mathematical answer to all these seemingly coincidental lands, you know? I was like, oh, it's 2020, like, that's a derivative of 7, and I don't think it is, actually.
Better be putting on your 2020 vision glasses.
Yeah, that's one thing. You know, the, every year when you have the New Year's parties, you have the year on the sunglasses that you wear around?
Mm-hmm.
I bet 2020 is a really good one to do.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be like, 2020 vision.
Nice.
Okay, so New Year's wise. So I guess kind of like my best New Year's. Don't you know you have to do something? You can't just be at home. I mean, like, you can be at home, but I mean, like, you can't just be, like, by yourself at home. Like, what my family used to do when we were younger, we would all kind of be together and doing something. One year, my mom rented a Wii U, and we played Just Dance, like, all evening until the ball dropped.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty fun. That's a good way to do it. Just Dance is so much fun.
It is.
I don't think I would play it right now, because I'm too rooted in my stoicism.
I wonder, is there Just Dance for the VR? I feel like that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, probably. Ooh. I'm sure there's a bunch of different stuff like that.
That'd be kind of fun.
I guess Beat Saber would be the best one that I could think of, because it's so well done. It's such a major title.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I want to play that.
What are your opinions on New Year's resolutions? I would say, don't you know, you gotta at least jokingly do one. Like, you gotta at least think of one.
I think it's good. Like, New Year's is the perfect time to go ahead and start doing, like, goals and stuff like that in New Year's resolution. Because you're going to get the most out of your year if you have kind of insight of what you want to do.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, just because New Year's is coming up, there's nothing that's stopping you from going ahead and doing it now. You don't have to wait until New Year's. You don't have to be like, oh, I'll get to that. I'll just do it next year for New Year's resolution. No, like, go ahead and get, like, the most out of your years. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to wait to do that as a New Year's resolution.
Yeah, just go ahead and practice now, so that if you mess up, well, then you can start again nice and neat on New Year's.
Yeah, so I mean, New Year's is the perfect time to do that, but it shouldn't stop you from doing it, nor should you just be discouraged if you fail. Just get back up and continue on as if you hadn't. With that being said, I do have an article about New Year's resolutions.
Oh, okay. The perfect segue.
Yeah. So this article that we have for today is called The Science of Success, and it's on Psychology Today. If then
Your favorite.
solution. Exactly.
All right. And your also favorite. Let's who's this by?
By Heidi Grant Halvorson.
Is that how it's pronounced?
I don't know. Halvorson.
Halvorson. This is a doctor. It's Dr. Halvorson.
There you go. Jacob got it. So, what this article is great about, it's talking about New Year's resolution, but it's talking about the way that you should do your resolution. So, it's saying basically you shouldn't have like really broad resolutions. Like you shouldn't say, oh, I'm going to eat less or I'm going to exercise more. You should do more of like an if-then kind of solution. So,
Okay, how so?
if you want to, like, say, cut down on the amount of, like,
Sodas you're drinking.
let's say you eat less, since that was one of those things I said. The example it says is eat less. So instead, do something like this, whereas when the dessert menu comes, I will ignore it and order coffee. And then for, like, working out more, instead of doing I will work out more this year, say I will work out for an hour at the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday before work.
Nice.
So don't be like, I'm going to work out more. I'm going to eat less. I'm going to drink less. Like, have, like, set kind of events, then a specific action to go with those. So for, like, the workout one, if it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then you're going to work out before work.
It has to be objective and it has to be readily measurable. What is less? Is it like less is completely dependent on something else? If you say I'm going to drink no more than one Coke a day, other sodas are available, then that's or maybe 3 a week, or maybe like 1 a week. That's a lot more measurable than saying I'm going to drink less.
Yeah, and the other thing it says too is that it also promotes the cue. So if it's Monday and you go to work at like 5, then, well, this is 5 p.m. I don't know why you would work at 5 p.m. So let's say work at 9.
You work the night shift.
Well, it's Monday. So as soon as Monday comes, 9 a.m., okay, that's like kind of like as a cue for you that you need to go to the gym earlier. You know what I'm saying? It promotes like a cue for you to go do that action. So when the dessert menu comes, that promotes a cue for you to say, I don't need any dessert, and order a coffee instead.
Yeah, because they can buy, would you like some dessert? And you go, oh, that's my New Year's resolution. No, I don't. I want a coffee.
Exactly. And so you're going to get more of results. Because that's the most important thing about setting, like, goals and resolution is that, like, is you have some reason why that you're doing it. So if maybe you're eating less, it's because you want to lose weight. Or maybe if you're exercising more, it's because you want to be healthier or whatever. But those are not measurable. And they're hard to tell kind of like if you really accomplish those goals. But if you set up an if and then solution, then you are exercising more. Because you're working out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, actually, I think it said Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Whatever.
Yeah, and it's easy to go, oh, did I exercise on Monday? No. Okay.
And then for something like that, don't let it discourage you if you miss it. Just, the next Monday, go ahead and do it. Get on Wednesday, still do it. It's not like a set, oh, you failed, now you have to try again next year. Just get back up and do it again.
Now, although we shouldn't make the topic entirely on New Year's resolutions, but I always say, like, if you do, let's say that, hypothetically, my New Year's resolution is going to the gym 3 times a week. If I miss Monday, should I do a double session on Wednesday? Or should I just accept that I missed it and just do a normal session on Wednesday and get back on my thing?
I think you should just accept it and then go back onto your regular.
I agree.
You don't want to completely throw off your routine. If you're starting a routine, if you miss a day, that sucks, it throws your routine off. If you allow it to keep messing up your routine, then you're not having a routine anymore. Now it's hard to develop the habit back.
Because if you do the double work on Wednesday in this scenario, not only is your Wednesday going to make you so sore that your Friday is going to be impacted, but it's going to make it so negative that you're going to go, well, I'm just not going to go Wednesday. And then you're not going to do 3 sessions on Friday, so you're just going to give up. I think that just say, I messed up, I'm bad, and then just go back on normal whenever you can. Because that's the plan.
Yeah, and by doing 2 sessions, not only are you sore, but like I said, you're completely messing up your schedule that you have for that Wednesday.
Right.
And so that just throws it off. It's kind of like when you're sleeping. They say that you go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. And as soon as you throw that out of whack, all of a sudden, and you try to make up by saying sleeping more the next day, now you have 2 days that are irregular, and it completely throws off your whole thing.
Your body doesn't know what to do. All right. Don't you know?
9.
I feel like it's always fun to. This isn't a don't you know. I just think it's always fun to know which animal it is this year.
Ooh, I think I read it was the mouse.
I'm looking it up as we speak. I don't know if there's a difference,
8.
but this says rat. But either way.
Yeah, I think it's more known as the rat. I'm pretty sure it's rat.
Yeah,
but
that's
some
what
people
Google's
call
saying.
it mouse too.
Now, I think that there's a big difference between a mouse and a rat, because I've had rats and I've seen them
Yeah,
eat
that
mice.
is true. It is. The
They're
reason
not friends.
why I was saying mouse though is because like Disney is hopping all up on that.
Oh, I see.
Mickey Mouse.
They're trying
There's a lot
to
of
take
stuff
a
that's
rich
coming out.
tradition and monetize it. I see.
Yeah. So they've been hopping up on that.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I'm Year of the Monkey.
Oh, yeah?
You are too.
Yeah, I thought so.
Because we're both born in 92.
Yep.
I'm just a year older than you in school-wise, even though I'm not really a year older. That's like the weirdest thing with school. It's like you go to school and then you have the person who's like a year below you in school, and yet they might be the same age as you.
Yeah, that's just how it works, I guess. Some people I've heard that, like, if you're close and if you're in the middle or nearby, you can choose to hold later or go earlier, depending on your maturity as a kid.
Yeah, it really just depends on where you're at, because I think my mom had a choice with Frankie, but I know here in California, my cousins, 2 of my little cousins, they're like 2 weeks apart, and one's a year is 1 grade, and the other one's in a younger grade, just because the deadline falls in between their 2 birthdays. Okay. 7. So let's do...
I've got an article here. I guess it could be an article. ChineseNewYear.net, talking about the zodiac sign, the rat. It says, I'm just going to read verbatim. It says, the rat is the first of all zodiac animals. According to one myth, the Jade Emperor said the order would be decided by the order in which they arrived to his party. The rat tricked the ox into giving him a ride. Then, just as they arrived at the finish line, rat jumped down and landed ahead of the ox, becoming first. The rat is also associated with the earthly branch, Z, and the midnight hours. In the terms of yin and yang, the rat is yang and represents the beginning of a new day. And the last little blurb, it says, in Chinese culture, rats were seen as a sign of wealth and surplus. Because of their reproduction rate, married couples also prayed to them for children. They're clever, quick thinkers, successful but content with living a quiet and peaceful life.
And in some, they're seen as not only clever, but just as like... Because also part of the story, supposedly, is that the cat was also supposed to participate in the race. But the rat had told him it was the next day.
Oh.
So the cat slept through the race.
Oh, darn.
And then he proceeded to hitch a ride onto the ox. And then jumped in front of the ox in the race. So that is supposedly where also the whole rivalry between cats and mice and stuff like that have come to be.
I see. Supposedly.
So sometimes they are not seen. Well, yeah, obviously. Why are these animals going to race for a party? So sometimes they're not seen as the most good-natured.
I think the different animals each year are a lot of fun. What else? What other traditions do we have for New Year's?
And you know what the thing is, though, is that the year of the rat doesn't start New Year's, though. It doesn't start until February.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm a little early on that.
So you're jumping ahead.
Well...
Wait until Chinese New Year.
All right. It's Lunar New Year, but, you know. I guess it is Chinese New Year on this website.
Also, apparently each, year animal has, the 4 different elements or whatever. You have, depending on which specific year it is. And I think we're the, metal monkeys.
Oh, yeah?
Then there's, earth and...
I saw that. It's the metal rat
water.
This year.
Yeah, I believe we're the metal monkey.
Interesting.
I don't remember. You would have to look it up. Anyways.
Also, fact-checking us, Lunar New Year.
6.
Lunar New Year is Saturday, January 25th.
January 25th?
Yep. On a Saturday.
Okay.
Again, with the weekend celebrations.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Ooh, maybe I'll go to Chinatown. That would be pretty awesome around this time of year. I haven't gone before. I bet I should. Anyways, okay. Let's go into our New Year's in America.
Right.
5.
Don't you know? Fireworks, of course.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Definitely gonna have fireworks.
Are you watching the Peach Drop or are you watching the New York Drop? Because I know in Georgia, I think sometimes we would watch the New York Ball Drop and then sometimes we would watch the Peach Drop. I can't do that here in California because of the 3-year difference, but in Georgia it's the same time zone as New York.
Sounded like you said 3-year difference.
3 hours. Sorry, I just said 3 years. 3 hours.
That's funny. I've honestly, that's the first time I've heard of the peach dropping, so I would probably have missed that.
4.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Jacob.
What?
How have you, lived in Georgia for so long and not know that there's a peach drop?
I don't know. Usually I'm in Florida for the holidays.
Oh.
We don't drop oranges.
I bet you do, you just don't know.
Probably do. I don't know. I mean, I'll have it on, but I don't make it it's not a huge routine for me to watch that or whatever. Tradition, I mean.
Yeah.
How about you? I assume you said you do.
Yeah, when I used to live in Georgia, we would alternate between the two. And sometimes we would have, we'd go, the Peach Drop would actually have the New York one in the small, little frame.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would want to go to New York one year for New Year, so I think that'd be pretty cool.
I bet it's pretty busy.
Next year, we'll be in Japan.
Whoop, whoop.
What? That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Because apparently it's really big in there. New Year's is really big in Japan.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be on the 20th? Well, I guess it would be on the...
No, they don't celebrate Chinese New Year's.
No, that's Lunar New Year as well. I looked them up. They're the same date, at least. I didn't look up the history. Sorry if I'm...
No, they celebrate regular... I looked it up. They celebrate regular New Year's. Well, I guess regular is kind of offensive to people who celebrate Chinese or Lunar or whatever.
I mean, the calendar turns over. If you're following the world year, I think everyone celebrates it.
Yeah, so the New Year's that America celebrates, I believe Japan also celebrates as well. There we go. How about that? I think that works better. Anyways, okay, so I looked it up, yeah, and a lot of stuff actually closed around that time, so it's a good thing we're going for 2 weeks.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so excited, Jacob. Oh, I told you how I got my passport and stuff already, right?
That's true.
My passport came in already, and so I'm super excited. And you know what I realized, Jacob?
What did you realize?
I have to look into international medical insurance because once something happens while we're in Japan, because someone was talking about it when I mentioned it, they were talking about it because I was reading the little pamphlet that came with my passport, and it talks about medical insurance and to looking into getting, most medical insurances don't cover international travel, so you'll have to look into international medical insurance while you're gone. And I mentioned that, and someone was saying, oh yeah, because I knew someone who went to Mexico, and they got, really sick, and then they couldn't leave the hospital because their insurance doesn't cover hospital care in Mexico. And they couldn't afford the cost of the hospital visit.
Wow. That's a rough situation.
Yeah, so we will have to make sure we look into that, so just in case anything were to happen, we wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they have universal health care like other countries do. So
No,
I don't know if we
do.
went to Canada, I don't know if we would get covered.
I don't know.
We would still get covered. If it's only citizens of Canada. I don't know. Anyways, so we'll just look into it, and I was like, man, I'm glad I read this pamphlet. This is actually useful stuff. Because you know how, if you get pamphlets for stuff, you kind of just whatever, and you toss it? Actually, I read this one, and it had a lot of useful stuff. So if you ever, get your passport...
all very good, and you've just been tossing useful info. Guys like me write those things. That's, literally my job. It's writing pamphlets and stuff.
So if guys like you do it, no wonder it's so boring. Not just kidding.
Well, and we're wrapping up today's episode.
3! Let's see. Okay. I think we only touched a little bit about it. Let's talk about New Year parties, obviously. New Year's Eve parties. What's the best one you've been to?
Best New Year's Eve party I've been to was the one I had last night. Duh. No, I don't know. I think that the ones that stand out... I can't really think of any one that stands out. I kind of remember being at one back in my house before I left Ocala, before going to college. And I don't remember why, or what year it was, or why it was so good. I just kind of remember it the most. But there's also one we had at Mercer that was pretty good. I want to say everybody was outside and they had a big projector, but I don't remember. I don't know.
Are you sure? Because Mercer would be in the middle of...
winter break. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it wasn't
and
right.
you weren't allowed to be on campus.
Yeah, you're right. I must misremember that. It must have been something
The
else.
only
I was
reason
thinking of
why
then.
me and Lindsay were able to finally do a New Year's Eve together was because we lived off campus and we were allowed to stay in our dorms, stay in our apartment the whole time because
Yeah, you're exactly
it
right.
wasn't on campus.
No, it must not have been New Year's then for that. But yeah, I don't know. What about you?
I mean, you always lived off campus,
Yeah,
so I mean, you
I
could
was not-
technically still
I'm
do it,
Clearly
but
thinking of a different holiday though.
yeah. So, but there would have been an event by Mercer.
That's what I'm saying. It was a big old event that I'm thinking of that wasn't New Year's, so might have been like homecoming or something. I think that's what it was.
If you're talking about the one where we did our fireworks picture, yeah, that was homecoming.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, that was fun. We have lots of celebrations in Mercer because we also, like, they did the big giant TVs and stuff like that for when we went to the big dance. And then we had the Christmas tree lighting, and we got our Founder Day t-shirts.
Very fun.
Okay, let's see. For me, the best one, I haven't had really that great of, like, one that was, like, ultimately the best one ever. My top two would probably be the one where me and Lindsay went downtown. That was pretty fun. And then the one where my mom rented a Wii U and we played Just Dance the whole night. I think those probably are my top two. I'm hoping I can convince my brother to go to the one that Nerdbot is doing, where it's cosplay at Dave & Buster's. We get special drink specials, and we get an unlimited Dave & Buster's arcade game card.
That sounds great.
So, and we get to play the arcade games that aren't ticketed. And you get to play it all night, and drink all night, and be in cosplay.
Nice.
And I think karaoke. So I think that would be fun. So I'm trying to convince my brother to do that. But it sounds like he just wants to stay home and party. Just like, that's so lame. Because
Lame.
then you only get to know the people that, like, most of the time, any parties like Grandpa's, they're our family. It's not anyone new. Let's go out and meet new people.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I'll probably go low key. I don't know honestly.
It's different though. You have a girlfriend.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true.
Singles need to go out
Yeah, that's a good
and
point.
party.
That's a good point. It's a good opportunity.
Don't you know singles need to go out? If you have a significant other, then you can stay in.
Yeah, you got a really good way to go out and get a smooch. If you're single, you gotta go out.
Or no smoochies from you.
And if you're in a relationship that's on the rocks, you should also go and mend your relationship. What do you think I'm saying? What? Go out and ruin
I was wondering where you were going to.
Tisk tisk. Or, you know, if you're really on the rocks, you should break it up before New Year's and then run out. Maybe that is good advice, depending on your situation, you know. That's up to you.
Jacob.
Hey,
Well,
what if we're living on the rocks for like 6 months and it's the New Year and you go, you know what, she's dead weight. Or he's dead weight. You dating a scumbag? Drop him. Drop him. Drop him.
what the whole saying is, the whole purpose of kissing is, whoever you're kissing into the new year is supposed to be good luck that you'll be with this person for the whole next year.
Yeah, well, if you're dating a scumbag and you know who I'm talking to, if I'm talking to you, now it's New Year. Call, get some help or
Kiss
something.
someone new and you will be
Kiss
kissing
someone
someone
new.
for the rest of the year.
Kiss someone bigger
new.
than that guy. I'm talking about shoulders.
Jacob.
Anyway, what? So you
Okay.
can fight him when he comes after you. No, I'm just.
Okay.
Let's steer back on the course.
Okay. With that, I am done.
Yeah, I think that's all I got too. Yeah, and drink more water.
And 1. Happy New Year's!
Woohoo! Yeah.
Woo!
You need fireworks, maybe. Fireworks sounds and. There's a
I was-
satellite delay.
Counting down, and Jacob kept talking. No, I'm just kidding. I do love how we kind of just, like, every time I would say a number, you kind of just was like, okay, and then you just continue onwards. I know what you're doing. It's kind of random.
Kind of random. Don't you know I'll be in the new year before you will?
Yep, you will be. That's fine. You're getting older faster than I am.
I'm gonna message you. I'm gonna be like, hey, this next year is so good. Or I'm gonna text you and be like, we're all on fire. Everyone's burning. Run west as quickly as you
Oh
can.
no!
That's silly.
Well, if you run too far west, they're already in the next year too.
Yeah, you just approach and there's just a massive wall. You're like on a boat sailing west as quickly as you can. Sailing. Like,
They got the Dateline.
yeah. And it's just a
I
big
think that would
burning
always
wall
be
of
so
fire.
cool. I want to go on a cruise on the Dateline. And just like all of a sudden, boom, the next day, or boom, rewind one day. That's,
Keep going in
that sounds
circles
like fun.
around it. I don't think that's how that works.
No, it doesn't.
It would just break
That
your
would be
phone.
fun. Will you please choose a side of the Dateline you want to be on? Thank you. This is Siri.
Just do day trading. walk to one side, buy some stocks, walk to their side, and sell it. I'm pretty sure that's some sort of fraud that somebody's tried somewhere at some point. All right, enough about day trading fraud.
Or something like that. There's certain areas that don't charge for taxes or something like that. So on the cruise, they wait until they're in that section and then they buy stuff because it won't be like taxed or something like that.
Yeah, good deal.
I don't remember. I don't know. I saw it on a TV show. Doesn't mean it's true. I'm sorry if it's not. Remember, we are Porch fact checking.
Well.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Throw us on Facebook. Facebook will apparently fact checked us. Not on everything. Anyways. So thanks for listening, guys. We hope you liked it. We're glad to have you. We hope you stay with us for another year. As long as we continue for another year. I don't know. Sometimes Jacob gets on my nerves. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well.
I just be kidding.
At least you can feel something.
So, Jacob is my best friend. I'd be very sad without him.
I'm flattered.
So, in case you don't know, I always say nice things about Jacob, but he never says anything nice about me.
You always say that when you know you've annoyed me and you're trying to win me back. So it's always it's always the Raquel that I don't like that's saying nice things because you've made me not like you. No, I'm just teasing.
I talk about how much I even did a whole episode about you, Jacob.
I know. I am so
just
flattered.
For you.
I'm just teasing. I feel much warmth emanating from my speaker.
Please follow and subscribe and share us. And we hope to hear from you on Twitter at don'tyouknowpod, or you can send us an email at don'tyouknowpod@gmail.com.
Let us
Please be nice to Jacob on Twitter.
Yeah, don't bully the co-host, because you're going to get it.
And use terms that I know, because then I can respond back properly without having to Urban Dictionary it.
And let us know your New Year's resolutions. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, we should have done our own New Year's resolutions.
Oh yeah, mine's gonna be to, I'm gonna try to tone it down. I think that I have just been making people upset because I'm just too good. I'm too good, and people are like, man, I can't compare. I cannot compete with this guy.
Don't you know you're supposed to do an if and then solution resolution?
Well, I'll have to do some more thinking about it.
Maybe next episode we'll have set New Year's resolutions.
We can say how it's been going.
Yeah.
All right.
I haven't had time to think about it. I should think of some. Yeah. Mine's definitely going to have something about exercising. Because I have done really bad this year about exercising. And I want to do 5Ks. I want to do a couple more 5Ks.
Yeah.
Another one on 4th of July. My New Year's resolution is that I'm going to have a better time on my 4th of July 5K marathon than I did this year.
I think mine was going to have to be budget related. I think I need to do some budgeting and cut down on some debt. I think that's going to be a big goal of 2020.
Actually, you know what? My biggest resolution is I'm going to Japan.
There you go.
Boom.
You're already doing
That's
that.
That's going to be our resolution, huh? That's going to be our resolution is we're going to Japan.
That's not a resolution. You're supposed to resolve something.
I'm resolving the fact that I haven't done international travel.
That's not an if-then statement.
People do traveling as a New Year resolution. I'm going to travel more.
I'm going to travel more, but that's not an if-then statement.
Mine's going to be I'm going to Japan.
If it becomes December, I will be in Japan.
If it is December 28th, I will be in Japan. Or on my way to Japan.
You're going to wait till the last moment
we're going.
We're
going on your birthday to Japan. Because it's on a Monday. Your birthday's on a Monday.
Nice. All right.
So that's the day we're going to be going.
I got to get going.
Okay, guys. Thank you for listening. And until next time, guys. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.